everything. We were performing with Jean Renaud, the cellist from Kronos Quartet, at a very low-tech kind of situation. It was a series of 5 2-minute dances that my partner David King did with another dancer, and there was a deep sadness to it, but there's also, a satisfaction that we were able to do it. But it changes what the performance is. It's hard to, and it's like telling the story, to do something joyous. But, sometimes the show does go on, and sometimes there's a good reason to do it. You've put all the work in.
For instance,
audiences are coming.
You have been a ballet dancer. You have probably had many injuries also, or not.
That's a very nice topic.
Yeah, well, it's a topic we can talk for 5 hours, of course.
Since of course we're not ballet dancer, maybe because of my all how to say my school, teachers or blah blah blah. So I was constantly injured. Since I change, since I do it modern dance or especially contemporary dance, I never injured. Never. Never.
But back then you had many injuries.
I'm 34.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'm
so you have 10 years. You should. It's the next 10 years are always really interesting.
Yeah, but do you? I for instance, I haven't experienced myself, but there is this legendary story in the theater where I work that they were playing Pippi Langstrup, a children piece, and yes, and then the actress. There's a scene where she is supposed to fall, jump down from a roof, and usually she did it well. But I don't know, maybe the crew or the man who take care of these things, they forgot to put the mattress underneath, and so she broke her leg. And there were 2 policemen on the stage, and Pippi was supposed to come back, but the leg was broken, and so I think one of them was really stupid and said, "I think that Pippi jumped herself dead."
No.
And of course, Dylan was like, "Ah!" And it was really horrible, of course. But then she was that much actress that, despite of her leg, because it wasn't children, she still came in front of them and said, "It's all right. I have a broken leg. Come back the next time." So that things. But there are also examples where you put an injection in your leg and then you go because it's sold out.
I think one of the unique things about dance is that we do it with bodies, and bodies are fragile and fallible, and sometimes people get hurt, and then you have to figure out what to do with that, and you have to be, to me, as respectful of the person who's injured. You have to take into consideration that it's a human being, and that they have to be able to make a decision themselves about what they want to do, like whether it's safe for them to do it. We've had injuries, before performances, and quite big in, pulled muscles, and these days I just decide not to do anything until the day of the show and shoot crap and see how the person is, because the dances are based on individuals, and it's like, okay, you don't rehearse until the day of the show, everybody else rehearses and we see how it goes. And that's become a strategy for me, and having made that decision, it works really well. So I don't actually put in emergency, like, oh, we're going to put somebody else in. I just wait and see what's going to happen. And so far, that's been okay, and if it's not, at some point, then we have to go out and tell the audience that we're really sorry. But dancers also need to have the authority to be able to say, I'm injured and I can't work. And they need to have enough security in their position within working with their choreographer to say this isn't safe, and for the choreographer to hear that and be able to put in the mechanisms that they need to take care of that person and get the work out. So it's always, but they're human bodies, and that's what's great about dance, is it takes just as long to make a dance as it always took. It's like bread takes this long to bake, dances take this long to make. It's got a very small footprint unless you're dealing with a lot of technology, and it's very old-fashioned in those particular ways, and the bodies are still the bodies. We have lots of good techniques, acupuncture, massage, homeopathy, Western medicine that keep us going, but that's not always going to elevate us to cyborgs that we can just get to the next thing. So the body is a body, and I think we have to be honest about that.
I think that's a very beautiful thought to end with. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Nice to get to sit next to you. We get to hug, because we came from other places. All right.
Hey. Hey, nice to see you.
Yeah, too bad. I mean,